Hi, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos. It was an unusually quiet evening when Mark decided to stop by the local KFC. The weather was mild, and after a long day, all he wanted was some crispy fried chicken and a side of mashed potatoes. He drove through the dark streets, the hum of his car engine the only sound in the otherwise silent neighborhood. The lights of the KFC sign flickered as he pulled into the parking lot, but he didn't think much of it. He stepped inside, greeted by the familiar scent of fried chicken filling the air. The restaurant was nearly empty, save for a few patrons sitting in booths, quietly eating their meals. Watch part 2 for more. "Can I take your order?" the cashier asked, her voice a little too soft, almost robotic. Mark looked at her, noticing her pale complexion and the way her eyes didn't quite focus on him, but he shrugged it off. Maybe she was just tired. He placed his order, a bucket of chicken, some mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and biscuits. She nodded without saying a word and handed him a ticket, gesturing for him to take a seat. As he waited, he couldn't shake the odd feeling that something was wrong. The room felt colder than usual, and the buzzing of the fluorescent lights overhead made his skin crawl. Watch part 3 for more. Moments later, a staff member brought his food over, but as Mark looked at the bucket, his stomach turned. It wasn't the crispy golden chicken he had been expecting. Instead, it was dark, charred, and oddly shaped. The skin was slick, almost greasy, and there was an unsettling smell in the air. Too rancid, too raw. "Everything okay?" the staff member asked, though his voice lacked warmth. He stood motionless, staring at Mark with a blank expression. Mark hesitated but didn't want to make a scene. He took a piece of chicken, its skin cold to the touch, and reluctantly took a bite. It was wrong. The texture was rubbery, the taste bitter, almost metallic. He gagged, pushing the piece away. He looked around the restaurant, and that's when he noticed something truly horrifying. Watch part 4 for more. The other patrons weren't eating their meals. They were staring at their food, but their eyes weren't focused. It was as if they were in a trance, frozen in place. The woman behind the counter was watching him, her lips curling into a strange, unsettling smile. And then in the corner of his eye, Mark saw something that made his blood run cold. A figure, hunched and distorted, slithered out from behind the kitchen door. It was tall, too tall, its body unnaturally thin. Its skin was pale, translucent, and it moved with an eerie, jerking motion. It wasn't human, Mark could tell that much. The figure's face was obscured by a hood, but from beneath it, Mark could see the glint of sharp, yellowed teeth. He jumped up from the table, ready to run, but the door to the restaurant slammed shut, trapping him inside. Watch part 5 for more. The figure advanced slowly, its bony fingers reaching toward the buckets of chicken. The others in the restaurant didn't move. It was as if they were waiting, almost in worship, for what was about to happen. Mark backed away, but before he could make a break for it, the cashier spoke again, her voice now a low, guttural growl. "Eat, or join us," she whispered. Suddenly, Mark's vision blurred, and the bucket of chicken in front of him began to shift, to twitch. The dark, charred meat began to reassemble itself into something grotesque. The figure in the kitchen let out a low, raspy laugh as Mark stumbled toward the door. Part 6 was lost, so no finale, sorry.